Gusty winds, those winds likely to gust up to 45 to 55 miles an hour, even inland, higher than that around coast.
God, that wind is absolutely crazy. One more go this way. Literally just cast it right down and right across the top side quite easily. So we're at the first spot. This is normally a hot spot to see loads of mullet and big bass all swimming around underneath these boats here. Along the edges. A bit deeper down this end. Okay, so down here looks pretty good. Have a wander down there. You see the sandbanks starting here. So I took the old Savage gear off. I'm going for a Rapala ripstop in a sort of chromey white with a dark top. A white top. Give that a go. Hope that'll cast a bit of distance and we'll wiggle it back down and hopefully get it down. How's it going, everybody? Welcome in. I'm Carl. So I've just done the drive down to Wales-on-Sea and we're going to have a wander along the sandbanks, over the wall, along the rails, that sort of stuff, with some lures. Now we've got crazy weather at the moment, and I mean crazy. It's like 55 mile an hour winds, pours with rain 1 minute, next minute we've got rainbows and sun like we have right now.
Gusty winds, those winds likely to gust up to 45 to 55 miles an hour, even inland, higher than that around coast. So we do have a Met Office yellow warning in place. These kind of winds could bring down some branches as they're still in leaf, could cause some travel disruption. So if you are on a journey through the rest of today, maybe just check.
And then that just keeps going round and round, literally every sort of 10-15 minutes. It's pretty crazy. But I ain't got the rods out this week, so thought I better do. So I'm going to find somewhere to park. I'm at Wells now, so I'll spin you around and let's go park up. So we're just wandering along the main front where all the chip shops and that sort of stuff are. I'm going to find somewhere to park up. The tide is about 3.5 to 4 hours down, but I've done that on purpose because then that creates gullies and like bits that are rushing through, and that gives the fish nowhere to go apart from through them areas, so you can target them areas. So that's what we're going to do. Get parked up, got a massive walk, but it's all part of the fun. Quite, that sun's blinding me right now, but that'll be gone again in a minute. So right, let's get parked up, get the gear out and see what we can do. So we're at the first spot. And this is normally a hot spot to see loads of mullet and big bass all swimming around underneath these boats here. Can't see anything right this minute, apart from Mr. Seagull right next to me here. But we'll have a few casts drop this little lure in and around the boats. That's going to hopefully mimic all the fry and that are swimming about and see what we can do. So as you can see, I've moved down a bit. Still on the same lure, just trying along the edges. It's a bit deeper down this end, so hopefully. It's hard to work a lure from this height because you're up so high and the water's quite shallow, to be honest. That's like, I don't know, 3-4 foot down this end, and that's like half a foot down that end. Just like pulling it through like it's a dying fish. If you come here at high tide, you see absolutely thousands and thousands of small fry just going through all the time. It's a bit fun today because it's mega windy, as I said earlier. We'll keep trying, we'll keep switching up the lures, and eventually we'll end up down the end there on all the big sandbanks and stuff. Swimming through lovely, I can see the lure going through and see the old paddle tail shaking. It's looking pretty good, but it's quite hard to cast as I'm casting and that's just blasting all over the place. I don't want to end up in the railings or on someone's boat. So it's hard work at the moment. But it's all part of the fun. Still plenty of people going for walks and stuff and having a look round. Trying all different little jerks and little tugs, make it look like a dying fish. I'm just reeling it smoothly as well. Just trying a bit of everything really. Can't see any fish at the moment, but that really doesn't mean anything. You can come down here with baits and that and you'll get bass, eels, flatfish, that kind of thing. Come on, Mr. Bass, where are you? Like I said, the old lure's going through very nicely, but I think I'm going to have to switch it up. Keep trying different things. Go bigger, go smaller. Things like seekers and stuff like that. Right, I'm going to keep wandering this way. There's no point in just standing in one spot all the time. You've got to keep moving around, keep casting in between the boats, along the sides, at the girders, under the floating jetties, etc, etc. You can see what I've got here today. Weather's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely blowing my head off, but we're having a go, and that's what it's all about. Can we get one? The further I come this way, the deeper it actually gets. Lucky I ain't lost my hat yet. I should have put a woolly one on, I think. It's quite rough out there. Literally only been able to cast sort of 20 yards at the moment. It's pretty rough. But that's what it's all about, and you've got to try, haven't you? Oh, didn't want to do that. That was lucky. Found myself a little snag, but managed to pull out of it. That's the trouble with this wind at the moment. Lure's still good, hook's still sharp. Should be able to carry on. I'd like to get really close to the boats and stuff, but yeah, you just can't. Because the wind's like, and that just takes us straight in the middle of the boat. So you have to just do your best and go around the edges where you can. Trying all the spots where I normally see fish. Colour-wise in the water, you can see down sort of 1.5 foot, something like that. Definitely enough for the fish to see what's going on. Alright, I'm going to wander up that way. Obviously I'm not filming the whole time I'm going, I'm giving it sort of 15 minutes or so in each spot, but obviously I won't film all that time every time. Again, that's what I've basically been fishing over, just around these boats, along these sides. Even the wind's blowing the camera everywhere, it's really hard to hold. bear with me, but I'm doing my best. I don't think anyone else is going to be out fishing in this. I'm going to go up to the end of here where this floating pontoon thing is here. Get a bit closer actually. I'm going to have a go down and around that area there. It's quite shallow along this end, in this inner edge. I can actually see some crab nets and stuff on the bottom. I definitely do see fish along here. It's just a case of, and we picked the right depth for tide and stuff like that to see what we can find. There's some big old rainbows and stuff going on over there. I'll see if I can get you one and stick it in the video. So I can see 2 or 3 foot down over this end, and I can't see too much swimming about apart from the odd little mullet, prawns, stuff like that. But they could be hiding anywhere. Just got to try all the stuff and see how you get on. Just trying to get under that pontoon over there at the moment, down the edge of it. When I get up onto the main stretch of the actual river up there, because I'm on the corner at the moment, I'll probably go for a bigger lure and cast right out across into the middle. A bigger paddle tail or solid plastic, something like that. Don't seem to be getting any follows or anything at the moment that I can see. So time to wander on. Been there a little while. Can have a look on the end of here now. See what's happening. It's normally a really good spot for tons of fry to be swimming around in the corner here. As again, tide is very, very low. Normally I see them on the high tide, but I want to give yourself a bit more of a chance. Down there normally is a good spot. Got all rocks and stuff down the side here. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so let's start wandering down the river. The wind is absolutely crazy up here, so I'm not going to be able to film much. I'm just going to get around here, do the walk, which is about half an hour. And I'll bring you back on, or I could go down onto the beachy bits and have a go along here, but I want to get right down here and run down on the sandbanks, so I'll see you in a minute. Half an hour for me, 20 seconds for you. I'll show you a bit of what as we walk along. I won't be able to do it for long because that makes everything mega heavy for me to carry. That's bad enough with all the gear as it is. I think you get the idea. You can see the old temperamental skies at the moment. They're pretty crazy. Every now and again we get a nice bit of sun and it goes all dark. And then we get a load of rain. Looking over the back here, looks like it's going to pour again in a minute. Just having to get wet today, nothing I can do about it. Right, I'm going to put the camera away, do the nice long walk, and I'll see you down the other end there. So I thought I'd have a little look at this outlet while I'm wandering up and down along here. Quite interesting. Big old roller gate type thing. You can see how clear the water is. You probably see the bottom even on camera, so you're definitely going to be able to see me lures. I could have a go out there. Probably is worth a little go. Let's get down there and see what's what, shall we? As long as I don't sink and disappear, we'll give it a go. It is raining on me again, but there's nothing I can do about it this session. That's just how it's going to be. I'm just trying to set you up and make sure you're not going to blow over in this crazy wind. Grab me rod. Let's go have a go. Well, it's not sinky. It is up the top there, but down the side here it's not. So let's see what's what. I don't know why you're going to be able to see me or even hear me, because as you can see the wind's crazy. So I've took the old Savage gear off and I've gone for a Rapala ripstop in a sort of chromy white with a dark top and a white bottom. Let's go give that a go. Hopefully that'll cast a bit of distance and we'll be able to wiggle it back down and hopefully get a take. Felt like I had a couple of takes on the old paddle tail, but nothing came of it. There's definitely no weed out there, so that's good news. So let's keep going. Look behind me, I'm going to get absolutely drenched in a minute. Not good, but let's keep going. God, that wind is absolutely crazy. I'm literally having to wedge you right up on the bars, and yeah, it's not good. But it shouldn't stop you catching fish. It's just a case of being able to do it. Yeah, don't cast bad, actually. Getting a good 40 yards with it, which is nice. It's sort of like a jagged, reel long this one. You have to reel it in sort of a little bit quicker than the other one, because it ain't like a paddle tail that goes like side to side. Looks like a swimming fish, but an injured swimming fish. No, I'm not going to have loads of casts. I'm probably going to have 4 or 5 casts, and if I don't find anything, I'm going to move on, because there's lots of other places I want to try. I'm going to go in the water here because it's quite shallow and quite hard. Quite really thumped in the water. You can feel it knock as it's reeling in, but it's all good. You just need something to take it. Don't know if you'll be able to see it in the water down there, but I can see it going through quite nicely. Did have a tiny bit of weed on there that time, but nothing crazy. Yeah, lovely cast, but obviously the wind's grabbing it and taking it as well, so I'm not going to walk off this edge obviously, because that goes straight down. A lot deeper out there. It's quite nice having a go like this though. The current's obviously pulling outwards, but it's actually probably doing me a favour. It's making the lure work nicer. Really feels like I'm getting takes, but I'm going to try going with the tide and see what that does. That'll be a bit strange, I reckon. Nah, the wind just blew it straight back at me, really, to be fair. keep thinking I'm getting bites on it, but it's hard to tell. Don't want to lose it, that's the other thing as well. You can see there's a current down the middle there. Cool, all the boat sails and stuff like that are whacking around. One more go this way. Literally just cast them right down and right across to the other side quite easily. There's some really good spots further down the other end there. I want to try. I just see this on the way down and I thought, got to give it a go. But that's a big old walk down there and I'm only sort of quarter of the way. Oh, I see me box up there's flapping about. Alright, so we're not picking up anything here, so absolutely getting my head blown off here. Whew. Right, I'm gonna climb back up through all this mud, get my box back on as well, and I'll bring you back when we get a bit further down that way. Come with them nasty skies again. Bear with me and I'll try and show you some stuff. Cool. Sorry, it's flapping about a bit, but that's how bad the wind is. Nothing I can do about it. Everything's all nice and tight. It's just blowing all over the place. A massive load of runners now coming, so we'll let all them lot go past.
Thank you.
Having a good old run in the wind and rain, and might as well be snowing, to be honest. Don't know if you can see right out to sea there, but it's massive white water because all this wind. Right, we're going to switch you off and we'll come back in much further down. Okay, so down here looks pretty good. I'll have a wander down there. You can see the sandbanks starting here. There's all different gullies and stuff. I'm going to wander in and out of some of them and see if we can pick anything up. Got to be careful of these mooring lines and stuff, but there shouldn't be too much of a problem. Bit sticky in the mud, nothing too crazy there. Find a good spot to put you down and hopefully you're going to stay there without going flying over, which is hoping. I'm going to try and dig it all into the ground. Let's have a go, shall we? I'll work out what's what. It's a bit shallow by those things. Might have to go over this side there. Can see some weed as well. Alright, let's see if we can. It's going to hammer down on me again in a minute. Not good. Believe it or not, these sandbanks are actually quite solid. lose the hat. It's trying really hard to come off. It's really flashing through the water nicely. It's looking good. Just try not to lose the hat. Mega windy. There's no weed or anything. Bit sinky, but nothing to worry about. Careful where I'm walking around here, but as long as you're sensible, it's not too bad at all, to be honest. Ooh, there's a lot of people on the path still. It's crazy. Come on, give us a fish. Try bass to come smashing up against it. Don't even mind if it's a little schooly. It's looking nice all the way along here, to be honest. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to move up into what I call a little boatyard bit, see what it's like up there, and go from there. Whoa. Water's not cold. Can't even feel it, to be honest. Crabs and stuff down there. Whew. I'll give you a little look around while we're here. A nice gully it goes in along the side of here. Obviously on the higher tide that'd be a good little spot, but at the moment there's hardly any water in there at all, so not really worth worrying about. I could walk all the way along this sandbank, all up around that corner and all along there, which I would normally do, but because the wind is a bit crazy today, the weather's just nasty full stop, I'm not going to chance that today. Just going to be sensible. And as you can see, the main town is right down there at the moment. And we've just been out on them sandbanks there. There's definitely bass around here. I've seen them, quite a few times swimming through. And the low tides like this are definitely the best times to come, because that's the only spot they can swim through. Throughout the summer I've been down here and wandered about and hadn't had a chance to get the lure rods out, to be fair. I should have done really, but I hadn't had a chance, and this is sort of my first time to have a go, and well, that's very dull, that's almost dark. But the vibration in the lures and stuff should bring on a bite if there's some fish there. So back for all the mud, back up onto the path, or back along where, not really sure right a second, probably back onto the path. Can hardly hold the filming gear, that's just going everywhere at the moment, absolutely crazy. So I did plan on fishing in there, but as you can see, all the tide's out. Don't know if I misjudged the tide or what. I was hoping that was going to be sort of halfway up the bank, but no, the water's literally, well, there's nothing in there really, nothing worth casting into anyway, so that's a pain. And obviously down this side it's pretty much the same sort of thing. It's quite shallow, and I've definitely timed it wrong. Normally I go out around this corner and there's quite a decent bit of current to have a go at, and round on the top of the front of there's like a meeting point where I was going to go, so I'll have a wander around there and we'll have a look. So the wind's just got so bad, it's pouring with rain, it's just crazy right now. And this is what we got around here. Normally the water would be right up the top here, and I wanted to meet it sort of halfway. I wanted to meet it sort of somewhere here, and that's right down there and gone. There's nothing there, so I've messed up. Not good. So yeah, as you can see, I've completely messed up. I'm getting my head blown off. The wind's absolutely crazy. I can't even keep my hat on. And shouldn't really put the video out, but you know my channel, it's all real. I keep it all real. And yeah, I messed up. So I'm going to head back. Going to call it the end of this one. But at least we had a go. I might have a go a bit further down again if we can find some deeper water. But at the moment I'm getting absolutely soaked, so I need to put the filming gear away before it gets broken. Whew, wow, back in the car. I absolutely, well, as you can see, I'm drenched because it hammered down on me and the wind was like all the way down that path. And to top it all off, I've got cramp in my right calf, about 1.5 miles from the car, so that wasn't too good. That hurts. Not good. Whew, well, sort of messed up that session, didn't I? We did have a little go down this end, obviously around the boats and off that little jetty bit or off that little outlet and along the river there. We had a few goes, that was okay. And a bit on the sandbanks, but after that I sort of run out of water. So I obviously misjudged them tyres. I don't know why, I checked them 2 or 3 times. But I got something wrong. Oh well. Like I say, I always put the videos out and show real life stuff. There's nothing hidden here and nothing made up. The sessions are as they are, you know. If I go right, I go right. If I go wrong, I go wrong. I'm not the perfect angler. And I'm not the worst, you know, I'm somewhere in between. And, you know, we all make mistakes sometimes and that's how it goes. But there we go. So, I'm not sure if I think I had a couple of takes. I'm not sure, not 100%. But there weren't no weed out there, so that was nice. That'll make a change. So it's the first time I've been down and there ain't been no weed going through, you know, massive clumps of it and stuff. And so that was pretty good. I think I had a couple of tiny weeny bits on the hook a couple of times, but nothing crazy, nothing to worry about. And we had a little go. We got through a couple of lures, but I'd like to have sort of gone through 5-10 different lures. I had a whole backpack full with me as well, until we got down that end and found that there was no water in the boatyardy bit. Oh well, on to the next one. I'll start planning another trip, and I'll see you soon in another video. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.